Chills of all ages. Welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Week 10 of the NFL football season. Ooh, what a season it's been. Week 9, I was 8-5 in the win-loss, 7-6 against the spread, and 6-7 on the over-under. Year to date, 81-51 win-loss, 65-67 against the spread, 69-63 on the over-under. And yes, I have done all 132 games of the NFL's football season up to this point. Week 10, Thursday night, we have a NFC West matchup. We have the Seattle Seahawks at 5-3 versus the Arizona Cardinals at 4-4. Seahawks are leading are one game out of the division lead. Seattle's favored by 5.5 on the road. I am picking the Seahawks to win, to cover the 5.5 and under on a 41.5. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, 3-5. Losers of 2 out of the last 3. Versus the Tennessee Titans, who are tied with the Jacksonville Jaguars for the AFC South lead. Tennessee is favored by 5 at home. I got them winning, covering, under on the 40.5. Next, we have the 6-2 NFC North leading Minnesota Vikings versus the Washington Redskins, who are 4-2. Vikings have a 2-game lead in the NFC North. Vikings are favored by 1.5. I got them winning, covering, and taking over on the 42.5. Next, we have the 6-2 Pittsburgh Steelers versus the 3-6 Indianapolis Colts. Pittsburgh leads the AFC North by 2.5 games. The Colts, I guess this week, Andrew Luck was placed on IR, so he'll be out for the remainder of the season. Pittsburgh favored by 10 on the road. I got them winning, covering it over on the 44.5. Next, we have the bit of surprise, New York Jets at 4-5 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 2-6. The Jets have lost 3 of their last 4. I think that slide will come to an end this week. I got the Jets are favored by 1 on the road. I had the Jets winning, covering the 1 point, and over on the 41. Next, we have the hapless, crappy, garbage, piece of shit Cleveland Browns at 0-8 versus the 4-4 Detroit Lions. In the past 2 seasons, the Cleveland Browns are 4-36. That includes this year. So 2.5 seasons, 4-36. Detroit has lost 3 or 4. Cleveland ain't getting closer. Detroit's favored by 9.5 at home. I got them winning, covering it under on the 41. Next, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at 3-5 versus the 5-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I said, Jacksonville's tied for the AFC South lead. I got them winning. I got them covering the 4 points. They're favored by and taking over on the 41. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers at 4-4. Wow, Green Bay versus the Cleveland Browns. Green Bay Packers 4-4 versus the Chicago Bears 3-5. Bears won 2 of their last 3. Back in week 4, Green Bay beat Chicago 35-14. But that was with a Aaron Rodgers led Green Bay Packers. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky's playing pretty well here. They won 2 out of 3. The Packers are on the slide. Brad Hundley is not Aaron Rodgers. You know what? Chicago's favored by 3 at home, taking the Bears, covering the 3 points, under on the 41. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints at 6-2 versus the 5-3 Buffalo Bills. Saints lead the NFC South, while the Bills are 1 game behind the Patriots. Saints are favored by 2.5 on the road. Get them winning, covering it under on the 46. Next, we have the Houston Texans at 3-5. Horrible news of Deshaun Watson, tore MCL, out for the year, versus the 6-2 Los Angeles Rams. The biggest surprise in football this year, possibly. Leader of the NFC West. Houston's lost 2 straight. Rams are favored by 11.5. I have them winning, covering, and over on the 46.5. The New York Football Giants at 1-7 versus the San Francisco 49ers 0-9. The Giants, it seems like, are just a roller coaster team. In 2015, they were 6-10. 2016, 11-5. 2017, 1-7. Well, the 49ers are 7-25 in their last 2 seasons. With they go back to the Houston thing with Deshaun Watson. I don't understand. There's teams out there that need a quarterback. And there's this guy, Colin Kaepernick, out there that no one wants to sign. The reason no one wants to sign him because he disrespected the flag and the country by kneeling for the national anthem in that protest that he was doing last year. Fast forward a year, you have half the NFL doing that now. Half of other sports doing the same thing, kneeling for the national anthem. Following what Colin Kaepernick started. All of them have jobs. Why doesn't he? Giants 1-7. They're favored by 1. I got the winning covering under on 42.5. That will not be an interesting game to watch. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys at 5-3, winners of 3 straight, versus the Atlanta Falcons 4-4, 1-4 in their last 5. They got off to a 3-0 start. Do we have Ezekiel Elliott or don't we? As far as I know, we do. I don't think he'll ever be suspended, which I don't agree with. I think if your place of employment suspends you, you should get suspended. But the same way with the Tom Brady thing. I mean, come on, when's enough? You're gonna play this out until next year, and then he'll be suspended the first 4 games of next year, like Brady was a year later. Atlanta's favored by 3. I'm giving the 3 points to Dallas. I got Dallas winning, covering under on the 50.5. Speaking of Tom Brady, we have the New England Patriots at 6-2 versus the Denver Broncos at 3-5. Patriots have won 4 straight. The Broncos have lost 4 straight. Patriots are favored by 7.5 on the road. Winning, covering, and over on the 46. And then on Monday Night Football, we have the Miami Dolphins 4-4 versus the 6-3 Carolina Panthers. Now both these teams have already played on Thursday nights, so when they're the lone game in town, like they're on some Monday nights, they're both 0-1. Last time Miami was on Thursday Night Football, they got shellacked. So Carolina favored by 9 at home. I got them winning, covering, and over on 39.5. So that will wrap up NFL week number 10. Make sure you check out NCAA week 11 on Robert Sports Show. And if you're a NASCAR fan, I had the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Jet something. Lucas Oil 150 preview in the playoff, final round of the playoff preview. I got the NASCAR Xfinity Series Ticket Galaxy 200 preview coming up, along with the playoff preview, and I got the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series Can-Am 500 preview, along with the final round of the playoffs until the Championship 4 at Homestead for all 3 series a week from Sunday. So make sure you check out that. Make sure you check out next week the 3 Championship 4 weekend previews for NASCAR, NFL Week 11, NCAA Week 12, the WWE NXT War Games preview, and then the WWE Survivor Series preview. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.